Probably you could start with giving us your quick origin story and what led you to start ChangePilot.
Sure, Morgan. Thanks for having me on. I started and grew and sold two of my own businesses. And then I was looking to buy a third and I was having trouble sourcing deals. So I was speaking to brokers and I wasn't getting anywhere. Eventually, I made a post on LinkedIn saying, does anyone know anyone that's looking to sell a business? And somebody reached out. They asked me if I wanted to buy their PR business, and I was not a PR person, so didn't really interest me. But I could tell that this person needed some help because they didn't really know where to start. So I offered to help them sell it for free. It turned into a great experience for her. She got more than she expected. She got a big contract with the company that acquired her, and she was very pleased. Ended up paying me in the end anyway. And I realized that I had some skills that could be used, and when I used them, they made me feel good. Like it felt good to help her achieve her goal of exiting her company and building a nest egg for her retirement. So I decided to jump in.
Amazing. And then you've now worked with a variety of different founders and operators. Could you dive into a little bit more around that core mission? A lot of us get into this type of work because, while the money is great, helping people obviously is what keeps us doing it time and time again, especially
Yeah.
with all the headaches that come with our type of work. So, what could you describe your core mission about what you do today?
I find that when someone puts their trust in me to sell their business, I feel the responsibility to give them the advice and the guidance that they need, not just go through the motions of selling the business, listing it, and taking in offers. I want to make sure that it is in fact the right thing for them to do. So sometimes that means telling people it's not the right time to sell. Like you should go back and fix this or that, or make these changes before you take it to market. I just feel like it's my responsibility if they're putting trust in me to give them the right advice, not just the things that are in the best interest of getting a deal done and getting it sold.
And then, could you describe your typical clients? So, what type of businesses are you working with, and what stage in their journey are you usually starting those conversations?
Sure. Anyone that's thinking about selling in the next 3 to 5 years, and that they think they're 3 to 5 years away from retirement, um, and they want to get the value that's sort of currently locked into their business unlocked so that they can plan for their retirement, know how much money they're going to have. They should start now, start the process now. So if you've got revenues between 1 million and 50 million, you've probably got something that buyers want. And it's a good idea to start early and start having conversations with advisors so that you know what your future is going to look like.
So, in your view, what's the biggest mistake that founders make when they're preparing for a potential sale or acquisition?
Too many of them don't put general managers in place to handle and push sort of the decision making down into the organization. And this would not only be a great idea because it would take a lot of stress out of their lives while they run and operate the business. It can also hurt the value of the business. So if they can build a business that's proven that it can run successfully without the owners being involved, then it opens up the doors to more buyers and much higher valuations. So my number one piece of advice is just to sort of try and work your way out of a job, work your way out of that general manager role and provide more oversight as an owner.
And if you are an owner watching this and you want tips on how to get out of the weeds of your business and make your business more high value, ask about our Exit Navigator program, which is designed to help with these type of things before you go to market and it's too late. Maybe, Rob, you could dive into some of the other overlooked ways that businesses can increase their valuation before they go to the marketplace.
Sure. One of the big ones I see is contracts with customers. So if you have contracts in place with customers, buyers will eat that up because they see that as security after they take over the company. And I know that as owners, you might hate asking your clients to sort of sign on the dotted line, and but it really will drive up the value of your business if you can lock your clients into some sort of longer term deal that ensures that after you sell, the buyer can maintain some of that revenue that you've built. I'd also recommend that you clean up your financials. So I've seen a number of deals that just can't get finalized because the financial reporting is just not where it should be. So speak to your accountant, get the advice. It's it's really going to help drive the value of your business. It'll pay for itself. Document your processes. So if you've got your processes written down to the buyer, that's like an instruction manual on how they can run your business after they take over. And then they're less worried about what will happen if you just walk away after you sell the business and they can't reach you. And so they'll know that at least they have that security of the instruction manual, that you've documented your processes and that they can just proceed after you're gone, knowing how to operate the business day to day.
Awesome. So maybe stepping back even a little bit more, when a founder or entrepreneur is thinking about selling over the next maybe 12 months, 24 months, so a bit more of an urgent timeline, what are the most important 2 to 3 things they could be doing right now to prepare for that exit?
Number one, I'd say start pulling together the deal team. So hire the right advisors and they will pay for themselves. So you're going to need a broker, an M&A accountant, and a lawyer. And the earlier you can get those people involved, the better off you're going to be when it comes to getting a deal done. You may also need the advice of bankers or wealth advisors, especially on larger deals. But if you get that team put together in advance, early, your broker will act like the coach of the team, so you don't need to worry about how it's all going to play out. If you get a broker involved, the broker will manage all those people and all those experts and all those advisors and make sure that they're doing their part to get the deal across the finish line.
Amazing. And so now maybe you could talk a little bit around your partnership with Breakwater. So what made you, one, excited to partner with Breakwater? Why did you decide as an individual M&A advisor to work with another platform and join the Breakwater network?
Sure. Breakwater is building a platform that's going to help more deals reach the finish line. So bringing in specialization and building expertise at each step in the process allows me as a broker to focus on my clients and their buyers and navigating the deal. And so I spend less time on the systems and the processes and the navigating emails and all those sorts of documentation and data room details that can bog people down and even prevent deals from getting done if you're too bogged down in that and having to do that work.
Amazing.
So I'm excited to see and to have this this partnership materialize and grow, and as you build more and more tools to help that facilitate those deals.
Yeah, we're super excited to have Rob on. One of the things that Rob has shown from the beginning is, again, really fits the values that Breakwater is trying to achieve with how he handles clients, attention to detail, and all the things that we like doing. And it allows Rob to spend more time working with clients on high value tasks rather than getting bogged down in the nitty gritty administrative work that M&A advisors, myself being one of them, don't love doing. So we're really excited that Rob is joining network, and we're going to scale with him as well. So last thing here, Rob, is if someone were to reach out to you, let's just say I'm an entrepreneur looking to sell, what kind of results should they expect from working with ChangePilot?
Owners wanting to exit now or within the next 3 years should start the conversation now. Speaking with advisors will help you see your business from the buyer's perspective, and that may change the way you operate your business leading up to the sale. You may make different decisions just based on the conversations you've had with your broker and your advisors and on how this thing is going to unfold as you go through a deal. So when you're working with me, I want successful outcomes for my clients. So that means that I don't take on small deals. I don't take on more clients that I can handle. I like to be able to make sure that I can meet their expectations and manage their deal throughout the process. So it's not going to be a matter of me being overwhelmed by too many deals or dealing with a lot of small deals that just aren't paying for themselves. So I take larger deals. I keep the numbers down so that I can manage the client expectations and the number of buyers that are coming in the door and those conversations and those negotiations. Because I take it as a sign of trust. When somebody puts their trust in me to sell their business, I take that very seriously. I think that's an honor that I need to sort of be worthy of. So I try and live up to that by not letting them down.
Amazing. Thanks, Rob, for joining today. We're really excited to work with you, and thanks for being part of Breakwater.
Thanks for having me, Morgan. I'm excited for the future, and I think we've got great things going to happen.
Yeah, for sure. To the moon
To the
together.
moon.